You're gonna make mom mad. How am I supposed to perform under this type of environment? What's going on, guys? Matt Fraser here. Last night we opened up an Ask Me Anything on my Instagram to let you guys ask any questions you have about HWPO training. Let's jump into it. Nice full list here, a couple thousand questions, so we'll try to get through as many as we can. All right, nice simple one. How long should one day of HWPO take? It depends what track you're on. The original HWPO program, if you are doing absolutely every piece and you are taking the adequate time in between workouts, I was always able to comfortably get in and out of the gym in an hour 45. Now that's including a full warm up, a cool down, accessory work, core work, strength piece, conditioning, and Metcon. That it is a good load of volume. So I would say hour 45 to 2 hours if you're hitting every single piece the way it's intended. If time is a constraint for you, we opened up an HWPO 60 where we take our HWPO program, we grab all the meat and potatoes of the program, all the biggest bang for the buck stuff, and we put it all on time intervals to hold you accountable, and you're in and out of the gym in 60 minutes. You have a little more time to dedicate towards your training. You want to tailor your training more for a competition scenario. We are launching HWPO Pro, which will be 2 sessions per day, multiple hours per session, a lot more volume, a lot more intensity, high skill work, everything. So we're releasing a program for whatever your time constraints are. Oh, here we go, here's a good one. Are there scaled versions of HWPO or options if you're on the road without a gym? So for scaled versions, yes. Every workout, so it was very important to me that the workouts not just be, one prescribed weight, because it's not a one size fits all. If you have a 205 power clean and you're going in a workout versus someone that has a 350 power clean, the stimulus is going to be very different. I want to make sure that everyone got the same stimulus in a workout. It's very intentional, depending on the days of weeks, what other movements they're paired with. I want people getting the correct stimulus. So in every workout we put in the prescribed weight and the prescribed movements, but then we also put in percentages. So if the prescribed weight is 100% of your 1 rep max, well then you shouldn't be trying to cycle that in a Metcon. So we put in a percentage so that you can target the correct stimulus of the workout. So when I'm doing the workout next to someone whose fitness goals are completely different, we're getting the same benefit from the workout. Don't have access to an assault bike, how can I scale? So there's a bunch of questions about this of, what equipment is required. We program rower, concept 2 bike, ski erg, assault bike, echo bike, all the machines, because I want to provide variety so that if you're not going in every day and having to hit all of your cardio workout on the same machine every single day. This is intended just for variety. Occasionally there are workouts that, we're trying to fatigue a certain body part, and then we're hitting a workout, a movement that is then lighter, that's using the same body part. So we're trying to build stamina in a certain muscle group so that we're fatiguing that muscle group and then hitting it again with a different movement. But you can sub out any of the machines with each other. We have a scaling chart so that, let's say all you have is a rower and there's bike intervals program, there's ski erg intervals program. We have a scaling chart available for this program that if you only have access to a rower, you know how to sub and scale those calories, those meters appropriately. Is this program more about WOD or building a good foundation? One unique thing about this program is that it starts out as building a good foundation. It does not matter when you join this program. If you joined 9 months ago or if you joined today, everyone's day 1 is the exact same. Everyone's day 2 is the exact same. You're going through the exact same progressions no matter when you join. And this was done very intentionally. It is so that you get the most out of your program. It is so that you get the best performance when you start hitting higher skill work. It's so that you are prepared and go through the proper progressions so that, you know, we're taking a muscle up and we're breaking it apart into 10 different pieces and working on each of those pieces individually, and then we're adding muscle ups into the program later on. And it's the same with the Olympic weightlifting, taking you through percentage work, foundational work, breaking the movement apart into much simpler pieces to remove as much variability so you can work on the intended skill and then apply it to the higher skill, higher intensity work. So everyone goes through the same foundational work, and then the skill work increases, gets a little more difficult, but the intent of it is that you're prepared for it. Where can I see a programming sample? We saw that this was a need, so we've actually accommodated for it. Right now, HWPO is running an offer that if you sign up for a subscription, you get a 3-day free trial to make sure that you like the program, it's what you expected. So you can run 3 days of free programming to make sure you like it before your subscription kicks in. I have full confidence that once you do it, once you see it, you will see the benefit of it, you will find the value in it, and you'll love it. Any plans to incorporate affiliate programming? Yes, that's on the horizon. We're working on that right now. I take it very seriously. I never want to do something just for the sake of doing it. I want to do it correctly, and I want to be the best at anything I do. And so that involves putting the right people in place to implement that. And so we are in the process of finding the best people to provide the best service possible. How to break up sessions if need to do 2 sessions per day due to work schedule. Great question. So most days, so there are some days that have different themes, like obviously there's rest days, there are low impact days, but most of the regular training days, there's warm up, strength work, conditioning work, metcon, accessory work, cool down. So with that, we always try to program the days all together. We're not just playing a game of Tetris of just fitting in random movements on random days. We try to have the movements complement each other so that when you go through the warm-up, you're warmed up for the strength work, and then the strength work prepped you for the metcon. The metcon prepped you for the conditioning work, so that you're not having to warm up whole new movement patterns. You're not having to warm up and activate a whole new muscle group. Once you start working for the day, that movement pattern, that muscle memory that you already activated is going to apply and complement on all the further pieces. So with that, if you don't have a 2-hour window to put in one session, you need to break it up, that's perfectly fine. I would say look through the day of programming, and if you're doing overhead squats as your strength work, and then the metcon also has overhead squats or snatches, try to hit those 2 pieces together. And then, the conditioning work, if it's rowing, assault bike, whatever it is, save that for the next session, because that's the least similar body pattern. And then you can put in all your accessory work. The accessory work, I think, is very underrated in terms of the benefit of it. And I think a lot of people just kind of rush through it because they don't see the importance of it. But if you dedicate the proper time and effort towards the accessory work, there's usually 2, if not 3 pieces of movements to do. I think you can split those into 2 separate sessions, and they can be great sessions on their own. Currently 20 days in, very new to Olympic weightlifting, just wondering if you do any testing. Yes, we do retest the 1-rep maxes in all the lifts: snatch, power snatch, clean and jerk, power clean and jerk, front squat, back squat, everything. But over the year, we're not just gonna have 1 week that is, all right, we're testing all of our 1-rep maxes because if you test all of those lifts all at the same time, you're going to trash your body, you're putting yourself at risk for injury, and you're not setting yourself up for a good day of training tomorrow. So what I wanted to make sure that we did was we ease into it. We're doing nice percentage work all the way through. We're going from high volume, low percentage, decreasing the volume, increasing the percentage so that each lift is on a nice taper cycle. In the beginning of the program, we're on a much more base building, so a strength building and a foundational work. And then as you get deeper and deeper into the cycle, we start transitioning that into higher and higher skill work. So we're going from building our front squat, back squat, deadlift into translating that into building our snatch, clean and jerk, and our power lifts. Are there any running progressions coming? Yes. So when we first launched the program, I was very aware that at the resources that most people have. So already people are either working out at their house or they're training at an affiliate. And likely you've either already made the investment for your home gym equipment or you've already made the investment of a membership at an affiliate. And so I wanted to keep it just as that, as like you already have your gym location. I didn't want to make people feel like, oh, I need to now go find a track, because a lot of places, especially in the winter, if there's not a track available or it's a very seasonal area, I didn't want to force anyone to then have to go find that location. And same with swimming workouts. I didn't want someone to feel like they had to then go get an aquatics membership somewhere. But there was enough of a demand for it, so we started adding that in as a bonus workout. So on the low impact days, I program a spin bike workout, so whether it's Concept 2 or a road bike in a trainer, but I gave the option of, here is a swim workout. If you enjoy swimming or there's something you want to progress on, you hit one or the other. With the HWPO Pro program, it is expected that you are finding these resources on your own. So you have a track to do consistent track workouts at. You have a pool or a lake, ocean to do open water swimming. Hills to do hill sprints on, trail running to hit those. So with the Pro program, it is assumed that you have these locations because we're trying to replicate what you're going to see in competition. But with the flagship program, they come in later in the program, but they are added workouts. So if you don't have a track, if you don't have a pool, and you have no interest in leaving your gym or leaving your home gym, you're not missing anything. You can just stick to the regular program and get one hell of a workout. All right, why doesn't HWPO 60 have videos yet? This is a very simple answer. Right now, it is me coming up with the training themes, writing the progressions throughout the 3-4 month cycles. It is me writing the individual Metcons, doing the data entry, everything. And then on top of it, I'm the one doing all of the videos for each of those days. And even those videos, those aren't just looking at a spreadsheet and just kind of rambling on. I try to be as informative as possible. I try to be, pulling data from, all right, we hit this similar workout 3 weeks ago. This is how we're looking to progress from it. This is why we're progressing from it. So right now, it's just I'm spread too thin with the flagship program. So we are trying to find the right person. I don't want to just grab a person to make videos for HWPO 60. We are putting the right people in place to make sure that we provide the absolute best product for our athletes. So the HWPO 60 videos are coming. Do you taper or periodize for the open? Yes. If you are an HWPO member and you want to participate in the open, there is an HWPO open track. If you are an HWPO member and you want to participate in the open, there is an HWPO open track. In the top right corner of the app, you'll see it, HWPO open track. You can click on that. You have to opt in to do the open track. Whatever program you are currently on will just get paused. So once the open's done, or if you want to jump out of the open track at any point, you can just pick up right where you left off with your previous track. But we go through the open, getting you physically fit enough for what we are likely to see in the open. But then the bigger part is we provide workouts that are intended to be a learning opportunity. So we're setting up the workouts, and then we're putting out information of this is what to look for. This is how to approach the workout. This is how to change your strategy from round to round. And dependent on your score or your pacing, this is what you can take away from it. So then you can apply that information forward and hopefully, be more efficient with your current fitness level. And then throughout the open, we will be modifying training as open workouts are released so that we can tailor the training we'll tailor the training from week to week once open workouts are announced, so that you can have a learning opportunity and kind of dial in your paces and your movements for that specific workout. And then we're going to tailor the movements for the remainder of the week so that you can have the best shot at that open workout. For open prep for the HWPO Pro, the open prep is already integrated into the program. So HWPO Pro, it is a limited time window. You need to purchase HWPO Pro Track by December 6th. Otherwise, you miss the window and you have to wait until next season to come into it. But with the Pro Track, we follow the whole season. So there's open prep, there's the training during the open. We're on the fly restructuring our program to optimize your performance on the open workouts. And then it carries through the season, so quarterfinals, sanctionals, and games. Why is the rower so good for getting fit? It just is. It is a full body workout. It requires a ton of technique. It's great for posterior chain. And the best thing about it is you can always get better. How's the posi track on a Plymouth work? It just does. I'm part of HWPO. Do you have a Facebook closed group? If you are part of the HWPO community, we have an online community on Discord. We have online moderators so that if you have any questions, you can just type your questions in there. They will get them answered very promptly. And then we also provide a ton of informational videos on Discord. How will HWPO Pro differ from current HWPO program? HWPO Pro is intended on getting you ready and replicating what you're going to see in competition. So there's going to be much higher skill movements. There's going to be prescribed weights for the Metcons. You are expected to have resources outside of the gym. So whether that's having a track to do workouts on year round, a pool or open water to do swimming workouts year round, it is intended to be 2 sessions per day, 5 days a week. So it's just a lot more volume, a lot more intensity, higher skill work, and you're expected to basically do preparation when you're outside of the gym. So it's going to require you to do a lot more body work, a lot more mobility and recovery work. Not a question. This is seriously the best programming. I've never had so many gains, so thank you. Thanks, Christian. Will there ever be a minimal equipment option? Will there ever be a minimal equipment option? Yes, there will be. We are always, we're always looking to provide more and more services. So that is on the horizon. Does it really pay off? It always does. Will it be easy to modify the program towards personal weaknesses? So this is actually a huge thing that I wanted to find a solution for. Was everyone has very specific weaknesses, and so At first, my way of battling that was trying to provide so much information to the athletes that, then they have the knowledge to basically answer their own questions and know how to modify program if needed to fit their personal weaknesses. What I started doing was providing basically like build your own adventure workouts. So what I wanted to do was create guidelines and provide the information so that the athlete knew how to do this on their own and do it correctly. But we started programming what we called like weakness workouts or weakness EMOMs, and I'm providing the stipulations of, how to get the most out of it and how to, pick what movement you should work on, but then also how to build off that and, how to tell if you're progressing in it. So we actually did start putting workouts in later in the track for personalized weaknesses. No question, but on week 3, and this is hands down the best program I've tried. Yes. I've had a couple of these, but like, would you ever offer a Fraser basement program, i.e. small square footage with limited overhead space? I didn't change my programming. I basically just, I would catch snatches in the bottom position, lock them out, know that I had them, and then just dump them from a full squat. Is it suitable for competitive athletes? Absolutely. I am incredibly confident that you can get to the sanctional level or games level off the HWPO flagship. If you want to get more prepared for the higher volume that you're probably going to see and be more prepared for that, HWPO Pro is there. The progress I've seen from friends that are, regional sanctional level competitors and also masters games competitors is so incredible. Good friend of mine, master games competitor, he is knocking out PRs left and right. I hear from him at least once a week when he's doing like the age group qualifiers or anything like that. The last one, he got a huge PR on his shoulder to overhead, but then during one of the age group qualifier workouts, he pulled a PR 1K pace for a 2K buy-in. And he held a PR 1K pace for the whole 2,000 meters. And he's just, I hear from him all the time. He's like, this is incredible. I can't believe I've waited this long. So I think it's perfect amount of volume for anyone that's in the age group categories. It follows great progressions. And I think that if you follow it to a T, you will see the progress as well. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to submit all these questions. Very well thought out questions. Hopefully I answered all the big ones. I'll see you next time.